Namaste everyone. In today's video, we're going to focus on Muni Patanjali's Yoga Sutra 3.43. Now in this particular Yoga Sutra, Muni Patanjali is helping us to understand one of the most essential qualities that a yoga sadhak might need in order to move and transport from one place to another, like we discussed in the previous sutra. So let's deep dive into the sutra, start understanding it word by word, and trying to see how this could be made possible. So the sutra itself goes, Bahira kalpita vrittir mahavideha tataf prakasha varanakshayaha. Alright, so this is the sutra itself. Now let's start breaking it up word by word to understand it a little bit better. The first word in this case is bahir, which refers to outside, external, or towards the outside. Then coming to the next word, we have akalpita. Very important word here because refers to know and kalpita refers to the imaginative process. So non-imagination means unimaginable, something that's unimaginable, completely out of reach for the imagination. Then coming to the next word, we have vritti, which is basically a modification of the chitta, and it's really important to remember because we studied it in Sutra 1.2 as well. And then the next word is maha. Maha means great. It basically means something that's fantastic. It's a word that's commonly used in India as well, like Mahatma, which means the great soul. Then coming to the next word, we have videha, which means something that does not have a body. So videha refers to something that does not have a body. Then the next word is tataha, which means from that. And then after that we come to prakash, which means light or illumination. And the next two words are avarana, which means a covering, as well as kshayaha, which means diminution and disappearance. So now that we have an overall understanding of each of the words, let's take a look at what is the sutra trying to communicate and how can we understand it a little bit better. So essentially the sutra is telling us that from the previous sutra, one more impact of being able to concentrate on the akash and the body in such a deep way is that over time the yoga sadhak develops a vritti, a very particular ability called the mahavideha. So bodilessness ability or the vritti, where the chitta, which is the consciousness, is able to detach from the body, allowing it to travel across big expanses and to cover an unimaginable amount of external distance. So this is a really important sutra because it's telling us this in the first section, and then it's also saying that because of this ability develops the light of inner wisdom and all the external covering starts to fade away. So now let's go deeper and see what this means. Essentially, what is happening here is that, for example, if you've ever imagined yourself watching your own body, from the front, there are instances where yoga sadhaks are able to do this, like literally take their consciousness to the front and observe their body while it's still. Others may have even had paranormal experiences, especially this is observed in a lot of hospitals where people are able to kind of observe their bodies and then come back. So this tends to happen because between the consciousness and the body, there's a very deep collaboration, right? The chitta or the consciousness considers this body its permanent home. So it doesn't venture too far away from the body. It sticks with it as far as possible. But for a yoga sadhak who concentrates very deeply upon the body and is able to understand the correlation between body and space, over time he or she will also understand how to create flexibility between the relationship of the chitta and the body such that The Chitta does not constantly engage the body in that way. It's able to be flexible, move great, unimaginable distances, and just show up in different places that we didn't think was possible. So this essentially is what the Sutra is saying becomes possible through Mahavideha over time. Alright, but of course this takes several years of practice, a lot of training, but this is what tends to happen. And then at the same time, apart from this, Prakasha Varanam is also happening, where the inner light is shining through. The ability for the Chitta to grasp, show up in different places and experience the external world just amplifies completely, because it's able to move now from one place to another, and also because it's able to take the body with it, it shows up in that different way, and then the body is kind of present in multiple places within fractions of seconds. So it sounds, absolutely far-fetched and very, very hard to imagine when we hear it. But the technology behind it is so nuanced with the Mahavideha process that it really does become possible. So this is what the Sutra is trying to communicate. We've just tried to cover it in short and just given you a little bit of the gist of it. But if you enjoyed this and would like to study it more in depth, please feel free to attend our classes, courses, or workshops where we teach the Yoga Sutras in much more detail. The links for which will be in the description. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this video with your friends and family. We now look forward to seeing you in the next video. Until then, take care, keep practicing, and we can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.